love you too.
Bruh, Kirk Burroughs, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mom.
Y'all, hold on to your wigs, because what just came out about Diddy's mom will leave you shaking. Mase didn't just spill the tea, he upended the entire boiling pot and torched the kitchen with it. So here's the shocker. Mase went off and exposed something so chilling, so disturbing, you'd think it was a deleted scene from a true crime documentary. He straight up accused Janice Combs, Diddy's own mother, of allegedly being behind Kim Porter's mysterious death. Let that sink in. The woman who gave birth to Diddy might have plotted to erase the woman who tried to expose him? Yep. Buckle up, because this ride is wild. According to Mase, the second Janice got wind that Kim was working on a tell-all book, it was over. Done, game, set, match. Kim's days were numbered. Mase said, and I quote, "Kim's goose was cooked the moment Mama Bear found out she was writing that book." Like, what? That's not just protective energy, that's obsession, possession, and possibly elimination. But honey, it doesn't stop there. Mase is insisting that Janice wasn't just trying to silence Kim to protect her precious son. Oh no. He's suggesting Janice might have wanted Diddy all to herself. Excuse me? Are we in some twisted soap opera now? The whispers about their relationship have been circling for years. The closeness, the boundaries that just don't exist. Fans have been clocking the red flags since day one, and now it's all coming to a head.
You told me he wanted receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
Mase is saying what everyone else was too scared to say. Janice Combs isn't just part of the chaos, she's the And when we start digging into Diddy's childhood, y'all, it's gonna make too much sense.
You heard about how Diddy's mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster, she is.
Let's rewind the tapes for a second. We need to go way back to understand how deep this mother-son madness runs. Diddy's father, Melvin Combs, wasn't just some random hustler, nah. He was a Harlem kingpin with major ties to legends like Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. But his life got cut short. He was gone by the time Diddy was just 2 years old. That left Janice to raise Diddy on her own. At first glance, it's giving inspiring single mom, but scratch that surface and baby, it's dark. Dark, dark. People have whispered for years that Janice's jobs weren't exactly 9 to 5. Word is, she was involved in the adult scene and brought that energy home with her. That's right. Allegedly, Diddy grew up not just around that world, but inside it. And it wasn't just seeing stuff. There are rumors, deep, ugly rumors, that Janice made Diddy watch. You guys, if that's even partly true, that's straight up trauma. No wonder we're seeing the bizarre behaviors that keep following Diddy around like a haunted shadow.
His ex-partner, Kim Porter, rest in peace. May God bless her soul.
Yes.
She has brought a book,
She had a book?
tell-all book.
Oh.
It's come out now. And in the tell-all book, she talks about white nails, having white nail polish on your nails, okay? Which basically he wanted her to have all the time, to have white nail polish on
his
on the fingernails.
Yeah.
Like he liked all these girls
to have
the white nail polish.
Okay,
So
as the
that-
color. Okay.
As the color, yeah, so that you could see what the hands were doing more, because the white nail polish
Would stand
shows. Yes, it stands out. So when you're doing things and touching things,
That is hilarious.
it's gonna show. It's gonna show more. Okay. 'Cause where it's crazy is there's a video of him and his mother. They're really like talking about sexual stuff together. Him and
with
his
his
mum.
mum.
His mum was like, "Oh yeah, we're just here relaxing," and she showed her nails, and the way that they were openly like he wasn't alive. They were openly talking sexually to one another.
Yo.
With your child, and how you can put your hands flat on the floor, which means you're backing it up.
The patterns are wild. Cassie in her lawsuit talked about how Diddy demanded she always have her nails painted white during his infamous freak-offs. Well, guess who else rocks a fresh white set religiously? Janice. She even rolled up to the BET Awards flaunting them. Coincidence? I don't know, sis. And now we really need to talk about this mother-son vibe because it's not giving normal. Not even a little. Lip kisses.
I'm single, yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time.
Oversharing, zero boundaries. Diddy once joked about putting his own mom on a dating show because she's too picky. Why do you even know your mom's dating type like that? Sir, seek help. And it gets worse. Y'all remember when Diddy proudly talked about taking his mom to the strip club? Yeah, he said it with his chest, called her his dog, and bragged about how she knows how to turn up. What kind of mother-son moment involves lap dances and VIP bottle service?
They ain't sitting in the house playing, they outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club, I don't care. Real, it's my dog, you know, I want to live life.
Diddy didn't just mention it, he celebrated it. He even said she could press her palms flat to the floor. FYI, that's a signature exotic dancer move. Why are you bragging about your mother's pole dance flexibility? The room is spinning, and don't even get me started on that video of them smoking together at Diddy's mansion. Like, okay, bonding is bonding, but that wasn't mother-son bonding. That was party homies energy.
We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms, you know? Flat. Oh! Take pew, pew, pew.
Where are the boundaries? And here's where things shift into high gear. Let's talk about Janice allegedly helping Diddy cover up his darkest secrets. Mase says she's been the one holding all the cards, the real vault, the blueprint. Diddy apparently hid a massive chunk of his fortune in her name, not out of love, but strategy. Like, if the feds come knocking, mom's clean, right? According to Mase, Diddy knows Janice will never snitch. She's his forever protector. But at what cost? That kind of blind loyalty has steamrolled so many people. Lives destroyed, careers wrecked, victims silenced, and Janice has been right there riding for her baby.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
My baby.
Ma, freshly dipped though.
When it meant taking others down. She's gone to war for him publicly too. When Mase dropped a diss track exposing Diddy's shady business, Janice popped up on IG Live like a bodyguard with a wig ready to throw hands. That's not love, that's enabling. But the most heartbreaking part, after all she's done for him, Diddy's still allegedly been violent towards her. Word on the street from Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deals that Diddy once slapped Janice during a heated argument. The same woman who's protected him like her life depends on it. The same woman who might have sacrificed others for him. He allegedly hit her. It's heartbreaking. She raised this man, covered for him, enabled him, and yet she ended up on the receiving end of his control and rage, which kind of explains why his relationships with women are total disasters. If this is how he treats his mother, and this rabbit hole just keeps getting darker.
Yo, I did this. Told my he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing, nigga. Cause I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that.
From handling his finances to cleaning up his messes, Janice has basically been the hidden CEO of Bad Boy Records. A shadow queen, a silent boss. So when those disturbing allegations started rolling in, people finally asked, how much of this empire did Janice build behind the scenes? And the answer might just shake the whole industry. So once Diddy's arrest happened and the whole legal system started knocking down the doors of his empire, the floodgates burst open. Victims started speaking, and the name that kept creeping up like a ghost behind every scandal, Janice Combs. Uncle Gene, yes, the same Gene Deal who used to serve as Diddy's bodyguard, didn't just go after Diddy in his interviews. Oh no, he called out Janice too. And what he said, oh my God, he claimed that Janice was constantly meddling in the business.
That video, wow, man, I still can't believe what I seen. And I remember you told me that, Diddy, he smacked his own mom. And to be honest with you, man, I really didn't believe it. But after seeing that video of him and Cassie and what he did to her, I believe it now, man.
Well, yeah, listen, bruh, Kirk Burrows, the president at the time, a bad boy, told me that he smacked his mother.
He says she inserted herself into decisions, manipulated staff, and literally got him fired because he refused to let her run the show. Imagine that. Your boss's mother kicking you out because you wouldn't bow down to her chaos. And this wasn't some random intern. This was the head of Diddy's personal security. But wait, this is where it crosses the line into psychological horror territory. Gene claimed that Janice didn't just interfere with work. She allegedly came onto him. Yep, tried to get with him, and when he rejected her, boom, fired. Just like that. Like what? That's not just overstepping. That's a red flag factory. If that's even partially true, it paints a terrifying picture of a woman who doesn't just control Diddy, but wants to control everyone around him. This isn't love, it's obsession. And Diddy, he feeds into it publicly, constantly praising Janice on social media like she's a saint.
I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. And we was in the limousine. We was on, was it 20 West 19th Street or 5 West 19th Street? That was the first bad boy office when they came into Manhattan. Not the Scarsdale shit. I'm talking when they got the first official bad boy office in Manhattan. Yo, his mother got in the car. He was on the phone talking about somebody to something. And then he said to his mother, yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business? Yo, I want to snatch the fucking shadow off him. I said, boy, who you talking to? I said, if you ever talk to your mother like that again, around me, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Now, people don't know and people don't understand. Not only was I one of the leaders of the same gang, I had been around Puff and I seen him. Like when them kids ran him down the block the whole 9 yards. Me and Puff had been dealing with each other from the red zone to the building when they had unsigned hype and all that. So y'all thinking that, oh, this is his bodyguard and everything like that. Y'all call them OGs, y'all call them lieutenants and everything like that. I was one of the leaders of the same gang at the time. And I'm not gonna let him, as a man and as a person that I am, disrespect his mama. I said, boy, if you ever talk to your mama like that again around me, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. But Gene, I told her to stay out of business. Let me just say this to you right now. If she wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no business. And Miss Combs sits there and quiet as a church mouse.
He posts these over-the-top birthday captions calling her his phenomenal queen and the real boss. But if you look closely, it all feels like a PR stunt, a mask, because behind closed doors, this isn't a healthy bond. It's dysfunction at its loudest. The public affection, the gift giving, the flashy praise, it's giving performance. It's giving damage control. Because the truth, it's not love when there are power plays, money schemes, and mutual cover-ups happening behind the scenes. And honey, we're not even done. Because now, right now, Janice is being dragged into the legal inferno that's swallowing Diddy whole. Lawsuits are raining down, allegations stacking higher than his bank balance. And guess what? Janice's name is showing up everywhere. They say she's not just complicit, they say she's the mastermind. Some insiders are whispering that the real puppet strings, they don't end with Diddy. They start with her. Let's break down the cold hard receipts. Enter Dion used to run the streets, but he cleaned up his act and became a mentor. However, before that, he was deep in Diddy's world, and what he said on the Trial of Diddy podcast, jaw-dropping. He exposed how Diddy allegedly used Janice as the face, a decoy, for his shady financial maneuvers.
We was in the office one time. This one time, Justin, she brought some food up. And she like, Gene, I need you to go downstairs and get this food out the truck or the van or whatever she had on down there. I need to get out there. I said, and all these people's in the office. It's 1,000 interns that could have did that shit. But I know she just she wanted to show that she had power over me, and I would never give her no power over me. You understand? Because she used to always ask me to do shit. I know what, she probably really wanted me to do, but I wasn't feeling that. So now, I'm sitting there like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not here for that. So she got all riled up. Everybody do what I tell them to do except you. Who do you think you are? Stuff like that. I said, I'm here for Puff. Anything happen to him while I go down there getting your food, it's a situation. Puff overheard the thing. And Puff came out and said, yo, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Why you always messing with Gene? Leave Gene alone. This came out his own mouth in his office. And there's people who was there who witnessed the shit. And from that point on, Paul started getting this other dude from my block, around our block, named Stretch, because he was NYPD, to take my days. And I just said to myself, man, I ain't fucking with that no more. And that's how we fell out. That's how it ended.
According to Dion, publishing rights from artists signed under Diddy's company mysteriously ended up in Janice's name. Huge albums, Billboard hits, multi-million-dollar projects, all redirected to her. Let that sink in. Artists pouring their souls into music, expecting to build a legacy, only to find out it was snatched away and tucked under Mama Combs' paperwork. Dion said she walked away with the biggest cut every time. Not Diddy, Janice. But Dion wasn't just throwing accusations. He went full on legal mode and announced he was prepping to take Janice to court for fraud. That's how confident he is in what he knows. And baby, it's not just Dion. Mark Curry, Mase, and a flood of former bad boy artists have all echoed the same thing. They were chewed up and tossed aside. And they all point the finger back at her. Not just as an enabler, but as an active player. She wasn't just hiding the money. Allegedly, she was stealing it from the very artists who built Diddy's empire. Can you imagine the betrayal? These artists thought they were dealing with shady business from one man. Turns out, the real villain might have been the woman in pearls standing quietly behind the scenes. This isn't just bad parenting, it's generational exploitation. The kind that ruins careers and creates trauma that lasts decades. And it makes perfect sense why Janice has never said a word about the victims. No sympathy, no acknowledgement, no I'm sorry to the artists, women, and employees affected by this machine. The only thing she's spoken up about, that Diddy is innocent and should be released.
You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go there. But she is. She's the monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that. I don't want to go there. The satanic behind all this. It's her. It's her, bro. It's her. She is his. I can't even explain it, bro. She just ain't no. She the devil, bro. That's how I see her. She the devil. Janice Combs is the fucking devil. That bitch got everybody money. Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck what she talk about. Yeah, you go out there and tell me, seeing her defend Diddy, like, sit your ass down. You the worst person. You the wrong one to talk. You got somebody that you, like, that's like R. Kelly coming to talk it up for you. Like, nigga, shut up. We don't need you. Oh, Diddy innocent. Man, shut up, Kelly. Not right now. That's her. Shut your ass up. You the reason the man like he is.
You had any issues with her?
I don't like her. I ain't ever had no issues with her. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
Why you don't like her? You personally? Why?
Because she got my mother. That's why. That's why I don't like her. And her son, she right there with it when all of it was going down. There was everybody who watched that man abuse us. I don't like him. Everybody who didn't have the heart to speak up, I don't like him. Everybody, cause I would have spoke up. I ain't never been afraid to tell Puffy, my mama, my daddy, nobody, nothing. I keep telling y'all, I love God. What you gonna do, kill me? I love God. I've been trying to die since I was younger. God forgive me. So to be here is a blessing. I used to ask God to take my life, nigga. I want to be with my brother, my grandma. I want to be with my mama. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? This shit here is whack. Earth is whack. World is whack, really. If outside of my son.
That's her priority? Not the dozens of lives left in wreckage? Just free her baby? Y'all, she is so deep in denial or manipulation that when Diddy made those initial court appearances, Janice didn't show up like a grieving mother. She rolled in, dressed like it was Fashion Week in Paris, full glam, big energy, zero shame. It was like she thought the courtroom was a red carpet, and people noticed hard. The internet lit her up. Social media roasted her for being completely tone deaf. While victims cried out for justice, she was posing like it was her time to shine. It was disrespectful. It was eerie. But here's the kicker. Her little stunt backfired hard. Because now she's right in the fire. The same assets Diddy tried to hide under her name are now evidence. The same companies, the same publishing deals, the shell accounts, the fake fronts. All roads lead back to Mama Janice. And she can't run from it now. She's about to face the music. Mase and Mark Curry screamed about stolen publishing for years, and she stayed silent. But silence doesn't protect you when you're allegedly the thief. This wasn't some misunderstanding. This was calculated, cold, greedy. And now the whole operation is crumbling. The sad part, it didn't just ruin careers. It destroyed people. Freddie P, another former Bad Boy artist, broke down in tears in an interview, saying the trauma still haunts him. He said he never recovered, that the industry, the betrayal, the manipulation, it left him empty. And Freddie is just one of many. These weren't just business deals gone bad. These were lie dreams. Families, mental health. It's deeper than money. It's damage. Janice and Diddy didn't build an empire. They built a machine fueled by fear, silence, and exploitation. And now that machine is collapsing slowly, brutally, deservedly. And guess what? That empire they were so desperate to protect, the legacy, the brand, it's all ashes now. Because you can only bury secrets for so long. And once the truth starts spilling, it's unstoppable. So the question now is, will Janice Combs finally be held accountable, or will she play the silent role one last time, even as the world watches the walls close in? Because if even half of what Mase said is true, this wasn't just about loyalty, it was about control, manipulation, and a mother's love twisted into something terrifying.